Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have Saturn placed in your 4th house in astrology, in your D1 birth chart. So, for your information, I am a Vedic astrologer, not a Western astrologer, sorry. I find that Western is a little bit inaccurate, and Vedic is a lot more accurate to for spiritual practices, for a lot of different things. Anyway, so Saturn in your 4th house. Wow, that's a tough one. So there's a lot of karma with your mother and some other things that we can get into, but yeah, before we get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, so you can check those out at gebodeshaman.com. You can also see all my other products, services, courses, announcements, and things like that. Stuff like that. So, I have the Vedic astrology certification course, and so that is a course that walks you through the steps of actually doing a Vedic astrology reading professionally. So, and it does include if you pass the test and you'll get certified, the certification exam and all that stuff. Basically, you become a certified Vedic astrologer and you get your own website, so you can actually start making a business out of it and take that business as far as you want to go with it. So you can become very successful with this business. So anyway, guys, then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I offer my, my standard reading that I do for everybody, and then I do birth chart readings based on like talking about your career and your relationships and things like that, so you can check those out. And then we have the birth time rectification service. So if you are watching this video and you don't know your exact birth time down to the minute, then I would highly encourage you to get a birth time rectification. Yes, they are very expensive. Well, I think my services are pretty expensive, but that's for a reason, because my time is valuable and it does take a lot of my time to be doing birth time rectification. So there is that. All right, so let's see. So that's all of the announcements I have for today. So you can see everything else there, and if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, go to gebodeshaman.com and check it out. Alright, everything is on sale, so there's no reason why you can't afford it. Alright, Saturn in the 4th house. Well, in order to understand what Saturn means, we need to understand what Saturn in the 4th house means. You need to understand what Saturn means. Then we'll talk about what the 4th house means. Put them together. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and we're gonna create our own analysis from those meanings of those the planet and the sign. Put them together. Boom. All right. So, feeling a little bit ornery today. So, all right. So, what does Saturn mean? Saturn is karma. It is unfulfilled karma. It is discipline, organization, structure, the boss, the judge, the lawyer. Discipline, organization, structure. Hard work, discipline, organization, structure. I could say those things all day long. Because that's what Saturn is, it's very timely. So Saturn represents time, represents hard work, it represents, the boss. He says, oh no, I paid you to be here until 5 o'clock. You're going to stay till 5 o'clock. You will not get out 1 minute early. That's how strict and disciplinarian Saturn can be. So he's like, I'll let you slip out of, I'll let you basically release you from my grip at the age of 35, and then give you some blessings at age 42. But until then, you're pretty much screwed. And that's a general oversimplification. But anyway, so Saturn, yeah, he is a very slow-moving planet. He's all about time, and he acts in a timely manner. He will not release you from your karmas until it's time. However, if you do mantras and rituals to him, he will have a little bit of mercy on you, and he will not necessarily make things easier for you, just make it, he'll teach you how to cope with the struggles and the challenges that he gives you. So, mantra remedies for Saturn is very key there. So I would recommend doing the, how does it go? Om Namo Bhagavate Kurma Devaya mantra. Kurma is a deity of Vishnu. Anyway, you can check that out on your own, and I would highly recommend that mantra, especially for Saturn in the 4th house. That is not an easy placement, nor is Saturn in the 2nd house. So if you have any of those placements, it's not easy. All right, so what is the 4th house? The 4th house is the house of your mother. That's why Saturn in the 4th house is not fun. Alright, so instead of your mother being nourishing, caring, nurturing, loving, caring, supportive, things like that, she comes at you with a belt, and she said, boy, if you don't do this, I'm gonna whip your ass from here to the next street. That's your mother. Enjoy that. Alright, so that's the quality of the mother with Saturn in the 4th house. So yeah, yikes. You can tell I'm enjoying this too much. Alright, so 4th house is the relationship with your mother. 4th house is your emotions. It's Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house, although that might not be your 4th sign. That might not be the sign that's placed in your 4th house, I should say. So yeah, it's tough. I mean, what can you do? I mean, shoot. This is a tough position for Saturn, for you to be in with Saturn in your 4th house. So again, it's this. The thing about this is it's going to depend on how Saturn is placed. So if it's exalted here, if it's debilitated here, or if it's in a neutral sign here, that's all going to have an effect. Also, you need to understand and see which planets are aspecting this Saturn in the 4th house placement. So if Moon is being aspected by Saturn, that is not the best. If Moon is in the 4th house, conjunct Saturn, that is not the best. Alright, so yeah. So the 4th house, motherly love, encouragement, nurturing, acceptance, love, all the emotions, all the love, all the stuff, the feel good, tingly, warm sensations, nurturing love, all that good stuff. That's the 4th house. However, we have Saturn placed here. Saturn is cold. Saturn is distant. Saturn is always at work. Saturn is all about discipline, authority, structure, stuff that's not fun. He rolls the opposite house to the 4th house, the 10th house. He rolls Capricorn, which is the 10th sign. So you're kind of at odds with yourself here. Or Saturn is at odds with itself. So yeah. This is an extremely tough placement because your mother is very controlling, very disciplinarian. It's the love that's supposed to be there with your mother. That didn't get there. That had no place in your mother's heart for you. Unfortunately. And I say this speaking from experience. No, I don't have Saturn in the 4th house. I have it in the 2nd, but I do have Capricorn in the 4th house, which is just as bad because it's the opposite sign to Cancer. So yeah. I would say, Saturn can do a lot here. It can do a lot of harm here. So Saturn wants to teach you the lesson of you don't need your mother's love in order to love yourself, in order to accept yourself, in order to have value in and of yourself. Your worth is inherent. It is not dependent on your mother's love. Even though we want that and crave that and all that good stuff. If you are above the age of 18, sorry, you're done. It's not gonna happen. Your mother's responsibilities are over. And you can want her love and you can want her nurturing and stuff like that, but sorry, it's just not gonna happen. So Saturn is here to say, hey, pat you on the shoulder. You need to take care of yourself. You need to give yourself the love and acceptance and worth and value and nurturing that your mother never gave you. So that is your mission. There's some karma with your mother. You might have been her father, giving her, abuse and neglect and whatever in a previous life. So, there's some karma there. Saturn in the 4th house. There might be severe abuse, severe neglect. Of course, if Saturn is exalted, debilitated, or in a neutral sign, that's all going to need to be analyzed and looked at. So, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm just saying what generally can happen with this placement. And my mind tends to go tends to go to the negative side because I do have Capricorn in Cancer. So, or I should say Capricorn in the 4th house, not in Cancer. Those are two different things. Anyway. What else? This is a very difficult placement to talk about. It's like personal, and it's not easy. It's not fun. So I try to like laugh at it, but that's just because it's not too fun. So yeah, severe. It can be pretty abuse, neglectful, emotionally cold, emotionally distant, not present, always at work, always. This is another key of the 4th house, and also if you have Saturn in the 2nd house. So 2nd house and 4th house. So instead of your mother being there for you, she might have left you with old people. Saturn represents old people, meaning your grandparents. So she might have left you with grandparents or an older brother, sister, whatever. So yeah, she might have left you with some elderly people. So yeah, that's the thing about this placement. Hold on, let me check what time it is. Oh. I can't believe I've been recording for that long. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it's really hard for this placement. So, Saturn mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Kurma Devaya. Look into Kurma, the avatar of Vishnu, that is corresponding with Saturn. That will help you. Definitely. That will help teach you to love yourself. Another thing I would recommend for people with Saturn in the 2nd house or 4th house, coda.org, coda.org. Codependence Anonymous is a great program for people struggling with codependence, because as a codependent you are not shown the worth and value that you have inherently, so you seek it from other people. You go around and you want other people to value you and give you worth and love and acceptance and acknowledgement and affirmation and all those things. And so you don't believe that you can give it to yourself. And I say you can give it to yourself. It just takes time to learn how to do that. It takes time to learn how to love yourself. It takes time to learn how to reparent yourself. But those are all things that you need to learn how to do. So it's very important. Alrighty. So yeah, it's coda.org is a great resource for that, and don't be afraid or embarrassed to reach out for help if you need it. Alright, so I think I've gone way over time for this one. So that does it for me, guys. I spent like 25 minutes on the other video, Saturn in the 3rd house, which is crazy. So Saturn wants me to spend more time on these videos, so I guess, that's something that I gotta do. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we will talk to you next time. If you are interested in anything that I have to offer, all my courses, products, services, all that stuff that I have to offer, go check it out at GeboTheShaman.com. I have some massive bundle sales going on right now. So on all my products, courses, services, all that good stuff, go to GeboTheShaman.com. Please and thank you. If you're looking for any of my products or services, there's no reason why you can't afford them. They're all discounted, all on sale. Trying to bring in some money before the new year so I can actually afford my own apartment to get out of here, and so anyway, if you want to help me out and help yourself out by learning and growing and things like that and developing your spiritual practices and stuff, GeboTheShaman.com. What more can I say? So then we have our Vedic Astrology certification courses. That is designed to walk you through, step A through step Z of how I do my Vedic astrology readings and stuff, how I do those. And so it even comes with its own guide, its own templates, all the resources and materials you need to become a professional Vedic astrologer are on that site. So, or on, in the course, basically. So check out GeboTheShaman.com to check out that course, and when you purchase that course and take the certification exam, you will begin, you will, what am I saying? You will get your own, you will receive your own website. So I will design a website specifically for you so that you can use you can use PayPal to, or another service. I'm looking into other services like Stripe to basically get your clients. So you can take your business as far as you'd like to go with it. You can make it a part-time thing, or you can make it your full-time gig. You can make it as successful as you want it to be. There's no limit to how successful you can be. Alright? And then we have the birth time rectification. So, if you don't know your birth time exactly, down to the minute, Saturn. If you're not on time, if you don't know it down to the second or minute, birth time rectification is always a good thing to have, because basically it teaches you how teaches you. I might make a birth time rectification course eventually, but no, it basically gives you your exact birth time. So I ask you a few basic, simple questions, and from that information, from that data, I can go back and look at your birth chart and actually, make things align in such a way that it pinpoints to the time span of 1 minute. So that involves accuracy, that involves a deep knowledge, which I have, and it's it's an advanced science, this. So it does take time, and that's why I do charge so much for it, because it does take time, and my time is worth money. Anyway, what else? Then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I have my standard reading and readings where I talk about your career and your relationships. You can read more about that at GeboTheShaman.com. So Qigong courses. I have my Cosmic Qigong here and Self-Transformation Challenge. You can see me doing some Kundalini Yoga, stretching right there. So that practice combines Kundalini Yoga, Qigong, and meditation, and this new energy of the heart center that is very unique and very it's a special way of doing Qigong that taps into the pericardium meridian and opens the heart center, which makes you more in connection in in connection with your soul. So yeah, there you go. Then we have the distance energy healing. A lot of people think that that's only for physical health issues. However, no, it is not. 99% of all. By the way, I am not a doctor, so I am a shaman, not a doctor. Anyway, 99% of all emotional 99% of all physical illnesses are based around emotions, not being, people stuffing down their emotions. The emotions go into your body and cause all kinds of illnesses and stuff like that. So you need to be aware of your emotions, and that's what this does. Anyway, then what else do we have? Career coaching and life coaching. So if you don't know what the hell you're doing on this planet, or you don't know what your life purpose is and all that stuff, that's not good. So you need to know what that is, and there's no better way to do that than to get a career consultation from me. I will take you step by step, holding your hand all the way through the process of finding exactly what you need to, what you want to do, what your passion is, what your purpose is, what your path is, what your desires are for this life. So, yeah, anyway, I think that's all I have to say or want to say today, so thanks for watching, guys, and we will talk to you next time. Peace. Take care of yourselves.